is Revolutionary Hero 100, and for a change, we're not doing Minecraft, we're playing Dawn of War Dark Crusade. So I'll get the campaign going, so we want a new one. We're going to go for normal, and I'll let the intro do the talking.
Beset on all sides by the tides of war, this once quiet colony became a savage battlefield. 7 armies clashed on this one world, each refusing to back down, each convinced it was in the right. From beneath the sands of Cronus' central desert came the Necrons, ancient machines bent on eradicating all life. But another evil already had its eyes on the planet. From the depths of the war, the demonic forces of chaos arrived to enforce their claim. To oppose these fearsome powers, the planet's rulers in the Tau Empire sent their elite soldiers and sophisticated battle suits into the fray. From the mighty Imperium of Man came the Imperial Guard, there to secure Cronus for the glory of the God Emperor. Like a green tide, the Orc Horde descended on Cronus, caring little for others' claims and sowing destruction in its wake. The Eldar, ancient enemies of the Necrons, emerged from their webway to pursue their own agenda on Cronus. At last came the Space Marines, finest and most uncompromising of the Imperium's soldiers. Seeing the world beset by aliens and heretics, they undertook a great purge. A dark crusade had begun. It could only end with the total victory of one of these factions and the total defeat of all others.
So, as I'm sure you heard in that, it's all going down. So these are factions, right? We have Chaos, the Eldar, the Imperial Guard, Necrons, Orcs, Space Marines, and Tau. I have played this game before, and I'll be honest, the nations, I haven't quite decided who I'll play as, but I know I won't play as the Necrons, because they take forever to build stuff, and I just don't like the feel of them. Or the Orcs, just because, again, their style of fighting is all going in there, and I prefer to defend a lot. Which means the nations, the Eldar I just find exceptionally weak, so it's Chaos, the Imperial Guard, Space Marines, or Tau I'm considering. I probably won't play as Tau just because they don't have any melee, so if you go away and then come back and they've got into a melee, they can't handle it at all. It's not like some of the other units where if they get into a melee while you're not like auto managing them there, then they're not going to instantly be massacred. So it's probably I want to either play as the Space Marines or the Imperial Guard. I think I'll go for the Space Marines. Now, if you want, feel free to leave a comment to say you want me to do one of the other fractions, because I will do any of them except the Orcs, just because I really hate the Orcs, so that's fine. And here's another video of the Space Marine thing coming up, so I'll leave it to the intro again.
The Space Marines of the Blood Ravens chapter arrived on Cronus like the mailed fist of the Emperor. Acting under orders from his chapter master and chief librarian, young brother Captain Davian Fuel ordered the Blood Ravens to carry out a thorough purge of this world. The chapter master had told Fuel that ancient relics of the chapter were hidden on Cronus, artifacts from the mysterious early years of the Blood Ravens. These sacred items could not be allowed to fall into alien hands. Captain Fuel ordered the withdrawal of the Imperial Guard forces stationed in Victory Bay. But Governor Alexander flatly refused to pull his men back. Fuel judged the governor a good man, but had little choice but to send his Space Marines to battle the governor's troops, along with all the other powers on Cronus. The Blood Ravens' willingness to fight soldiers of the Imperium did not go unnoticed. Whispers began that the relics on Cronus were more damning than holy. Only the war's victors would be left to decide the truth of the matter.
Okay, so that's the end of the intros. I'll be honest, I don't know how the audio on that'll be, so if it was terrible, I apologise in advance. No, I don't care. Oh yeah, sorry. So we're going to start off by attacking this province, simply because it's usually my opening move is to get rid of the Imperial Guard. They're the weakest fraction, really, unless you're playing as them, then you're probably going to do better. But their troops, the CPU often doesn't manage them too well and makes it all too easy to destroy them. Plus it's a strength 1, which means they'll have one base and they won't use any like elite infantry or anything, so it should be a good place to start off with and get me some like elite units first. So let's get to work. So I always build a barracks. I need a couple of scouts and one of those. Just put him there for now. I don't know any squads to put him in. And he can just defend the base till I can, you know, because he's nice and powerful, you know. He's slightly overpowered, so that's good. When you're starting off, he can hold off any sort of opening attacks. Got some more scouts. I just need to capture the points of. I always try and like lower it so they can't come in from many ways. So I'm gonna build up defences at like sort of these 2 points, and then expand from there. But I need 2, so I can start building these, and also be getting listening posts, which will increase the it's called requisition. But that's basically the amount of points you get from it, you know, which you can use. There's 2 types of forces: the ones you get from these points, and the ones you get from these little generators here. There's also other points which are important, such as relics, which are these yellow things. And relics, they work like usual points, except for one main difference of they give you like, you can build better units from like, it gives you the ability to build some of the best units on the game. So some of the highly elite units, like your heavy tanks and things, you'll need relics, so they always gain you a bit of advantage, because if you hold all the relics, then your enemy can't, you know, you can outclass your enemy quite easily. Just need to get listening posts and everything. See, listening posts defend your sort of point, but also they increase the resource output. Gonna turn the volume down actually. I don't know if you could all hear that or if you can hear it at all now, but it seemed a bit loud to me, so I've turned it down. I mean, hopefully in the next episode the audio will be better, because I will have heard what it sounds like and I'll be able to, you know, make modifications as I feel is necessary. Hopefully we can get a Space Marine squad in now. Yeah, these guys are good. They're like your basic sort of unit on, if you're the Space Marines, they're the unit you'll use for everything basically. I mean, scouts are all well and good, but again, they're not going to do too much in a fight. I'll pull him back so we can go in the squad with the Space Marines. Get him up there. Scouts will just have to hold their own there. I'll pull these scouts back because they're weak, and then the Space Marines can take over capturing this point. Space Marines are one of the fractions which, rather than lots of weak units, have a small amount of highly elite units. So like your Space Marines here, where have they gone? Yeah, there, cost lots of points. They're really expensive units, but they're exceptionally good units as well. So I like that, you know, the fact that I'll fork out a lot for one squad or so, but that one squad will be able to, you know, deal the damage, and, you know, it will survive a lot longer, so I feel it's, oh, the point hasn't been finished. Oh yeah, keep going, Phil. It'll, you know, it will survive the violent turmoils of war. So hopefully the enemy will attack me soonish, so I can show you some combat. The idea is just to get some of these to machine gun posts, because again, then they can defend themselves better, obviously, but also they're getting more resource points. I also want to build an armory so I can get heavy weapons from my squads, so they can do a lot better. Again, it's another reason why these guys are elite. They can get really good heavy weapons and things. Any of these finished? Yeah, you finished. So now I should be able to build an armory now. There we go. have they captured this? Okay, I'll send them up there to build a point on the relic when it is done. I'll build a machine gun there so that it can defend itself. That one's just to get an extra resource. I like to build them up as much as possible just for the extra resources you get in. See, now I can't actually see my requisition amount because the fraps like counter is blocking that, so just click it. I assume I've got enough. Or hope, I guess, is the better word. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put them on that. That's like their stand. So here they'll sort of attack the enemy. Here they'll stand their ground. They'll shoot the enemy, like if the enemy's there, but they won't move from their position, which is what I want because I want them to hold their ground there. So I think now we should all be on level 1 towers. And is the armory finished? Almost. Okay, I need to save up to get that. 250, how much do I? Yeah, there we go. And that will mean my troops can be better. We need snipers. Oh, the enemy have captured a relic, which means they're just down here. Let's meet them with steel, men. Where is the enemy? They're here somewhere. I'm going to build that into machine gun post because I don't trust this place. Hopefully if I start taking it they'll come back to defend it and then I can kill them. At least that's the plan. Which reminds me, if we go to the armory, power swords and power thingies. Oh, there goes my alarm. So this has been about, I think it was 16 minutes. So I'll go for another 4 minutes, I think. I'll set that again. And then that will be the end of this episode. Which I think that's what I'll do. Okay, the enemy should have arrived by now. I'm not sure what's taking them so long. Usually they like come out straight away. But I don't really have any forces to attack them. I'll build that. I'll build an assault marine squad and we'll go track the enemy down. They're your assault marine squads, your melee unit. They have jump packs. They're not my favourite unit. Like I say, these guys are your core, but it's nice to have some melee guys just there to, especially against the Imperial Guard, who are very bad units. So I've now have plasma swords and plasma rifles in my hands. Also, heavy weapons, which means that these guys, as well as being able to get all these, they can get extras. So I'll give them 2 bolters, and soon they'll be able to get an extra 2, and I'll give them fighting the Imperial Guard. So I'll give them flamethrowers, I think. These are my assault marines. I'll send them down here, and they can bypass these men. And we'll get a secret. Oh, haven't got enough points. I like these just because they get me apothecaries, which are one of my favourite units. You also get librarians, but I'm not too keen on them. Well, the one problem with these melee units is they do take a lot of sort of managing. You can't just leave them to shoot the enemy. They need to get in there. Yeah, destroy that man. I also need to get melter bombs for them, which makes them a lot stronger. And I mean really powerful. Okay, so they've done nothing to defend their relic, so I'll just send another servitor. That's my builder units, and we'll secure that. They don't want it. We're willing to take it. And I'll need to upgrade this in case they flank round and try to take it. And I'll get this. It's going back. Oh, that increases my health. There we go. Oh crap! It's the enemy command squad. So the Imperial Guard, because they're so terrible, rather than just having one like general guy, they have an entire squad. Because they're so terrible. See, I didn't see them coming. See, my scouts, I was going to upgrade them with snipers, which would have made them a lot more deadly. Hopefully they should be able to hold out if I just keep giving them more men. And my space marines can deal with the rest. Ah, crap. Yeah, they got me by surprise. I'll give you that. Yeah, I've reduced to 1 squad. I need to replace my scouts anyway with space marines, so that's fine. I'll build another squad of space marines and they can hold this area. How are these guys doing? Oh, they're doing fine. I'll rally them. Oh yeah, I can't use melter bombs on these guys because they're infantry. I've got the enemy scared though, so that's fine. And then I'm going to build an apothecary for that squad I was building. Now you're probably wondering why haven't I moved these guys over there, but I need these to defend this area. So they're going to take flamethrowers and a rocket. And they are going to go down here. Yeah, these men are kicking some butt here. My scout squads are dead now. Okay, I've got some marines now. Crap, I'm being flanked. Oh, they must have two bases. I could have sworn that was a guardsman. Yeah, they can get up there. Apothecary can join these guys. How is this group going? Yeah, see, these are really heavy, and look, they're cutting right through the guardsmen. Something about Space Marines, you can only really afford a few, but those few will, you know, annihilate the enemy. So if you can save up enough troops, you know, like if I can get these guys down here, they'll be able to hold their ground, that position without fail for a bit. But then guardsmen have lots of troops who, although they're absolutely terrible, look at that, that's just one squad and I'm outnumbered by quite a bit. See, I'll continue an assault with them, I think. This squad can set itself up here. I'll build another squad to continue my defence, another apothecary squad. And then I'll start to build some units I can use to go on the offensive. Like these guys, I'm going to take them down there. I'm going to attack move. With the general in there, they can actually do something in melee. Ah, follow that squad, lads. We're going to run them down and kill them. Yeah, get in there. Let's kill them. And I'm going to end the episode there, so I'll see you all in a bit. Bye.